What's the status, 3?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Rest in peace, the Dark Chameleon. Peace in the Listen, check it, yo. It was a cold April morning under the constellation Aries. The moon was 85% under the luminaries. From the celestial waters to the womb my soul was carried. Then my mother gave birth to a warrior and visionary. But when I speak this truth, I feel like nobody hears me. Every once in a while, I give sight to someone blind, floating on the globe in the heliocentric lie. Dilate your pupils the more you open your eyes. The truth is hidden in plain sight like a disguise. Until my mother's death is revenge, I won't be satisfied. It haunts me when I think about the phone call when she died. A river worth of tears shed from my eyes. So I looked up at the sky and I asked God why. It's been 21 years, I'm still waiting for a reply. Since birth I've been at war to attack our undeveloped minds. Indoctrination camps making us dumb, deaf and blind. I'm always thinking solutions, we are running out of time. The dirty witchcraft is weak, I see through all the lies. I clearly analyze all the symbols and the signs. When I connect dots, the truth starts to align. The people are the power, you can never eclipse my shine. I say the truth hurts, but the truth will set you free. They say hell burns and there's a one-way ticket for me. You create your heaven or hell whether or not you believe. I'm God and Satan, I have to balance out my chi. One day these seeds I plant will bloom so you can be all you can be. Never give up and always hold your head high, cause you are God, there's no need to look to the sky. Check it. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You are feeling sleepy. Under deep hypnosis, I'm the composer, master of the opus. Mind on cruise control, lost all focus. Puppet masters love pulling strings, herding the sheeple by selling dreams. You have to be asleep to live the American theme. They create the problem, then deliver the solution. Profit of both ends, all we fall for the illusion. The government are all one, but promote to divide. Walk right into the trap cause most people are blind. They can't see the plan has conquered the mind. While we sit here and argue, we can't get back time. History stays relevant, destroying our future. Self-destruction has become part of the culture, while the rich feed off the dead like vultures. No more hibernation, awoke the sleeping giant. Put a ripple through the system, awakening and vibrant. I'm the alkaline of water, Poseidon with the trident. Bitch.
Enough of that. Enough is enough. Okay. So, nobody's here, but I'll get started. Anywho. I got to, I'll be uploading chapter 2 for those. I really don't get many views on these books, you know, so it's not like it's my first option. Like, people don't even, like, care for the most part. I'm still gonna do my thing, but it's like, I'm not even getting views, period. Maybe it's because they listen to everything I say. And when I was saying I shit you not. When I was saying I'm thinking about getting monetized, my views were going up, my videos being shared. As soon as I say I'm not getting monetized, I don't know, I'm gonna think about it, it all ended. But it is what it is. Let's talk sports. And let's not say we did. The Webb telescope went for a hunt. You know, people need to enlighten me here. Enlighten me on why you think is this Death Star is coming back. You know, I forgot what the name, that Death Star. Shit, what was the name of that Death Star? Not the red Kachina or the blue Kachina, which I think that's the sun and moon. The blue Kachina is the moon, and the red Kachina is the sun. I could be wrong. Peace, Christos, Lonnie. The hell was I just thinking about, man? Oh yeah, Planet X. You know, people gotta enlighten me. I've been hearing this. They're spraying the skies because Planet X is like, come on. You know, especially if you claim to be a flat earther, how the fuck is Planet X even returning, and where did it go? And what is Planet X? Would it be in Star Wars? I'm streaming on multiple platforms right now, that's one thing I like about the new package, is I could stream on multiple platforms, which is dope. Which is dope. Since people don't like my reading, I feel like reading. Nah. Yeah, I'm glad I upgraded it too myself. I mean, it's worth it. Don't get me wrong. Now I just need to upgrade this hotspot so I could always be on my laptop, you know? I don't know how much I got left. That's why I haven't been really using it too much. I used it to do them 2 video reviews. And yeah, yesterday I did Divergent. I reviewed the video. He did such a great job on the video. I had to share it. You know, I could get monetized and go into reviewing people's videos, and I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I told myself I would never do that. So if I do it, it's like I'm instantly going against the grain. All right, I'll check them out. I got this video that I'm going to be dropping this video on flying crafts, as a matter of fact. Maybe I'll use that footage, Lonnie. It's the sound where people near Yellowstone National Park and they're hearing a humming sound. And when I listened to it, to me, it sounded like a generator or some sort of frequency machine, the humming sound. People think Yellowstone's going to erupt. you know, these Yellowstone geysers, they remind me of a broken pipe. Um, Nobody knows what that shit truly is. Uh, you know, people say these volcanoes go off, but how much footage of people seeing when they slow it down? There's something flying over it, dropping something in there. I mean, I'm gonna get footage of that too. I might add that to the video just to show people. You know, they create these fucking events. People think it's mostly natural stuff. You try to tell people they're controlling the weather. I tell them, bro, look at the Weather Modification Act of 1976. I think it was. That was a busy year. Um, Look into HARP and all this stuff. I remember seeing a HARP video where they actually went to this HARP place. I think it was the one in Alaska. And they're standing next to the towers and they're like, see, there ain't nothing happening to us. And I'm like, yeah, because they turned it off. Ding wop. You know, like people, I do think people must think everyone's like just dumb idiots. Um, the way they do this stuff makes me laugh. If people want a real laugh, check out my little compilation I made of Reverend Kenneth Kenneth Copeland. Um, that dude makes me laugh. Like I don't even take him serious. Like even if he was demonic, he would make me laugh. I'd slap that demon right out of his ugly ass face. He's hilarious, man. Every time I watch it, I fall out laughing. It's so funny, especially when he'd be like, "Glory, glory, glory." Oh my God, he's such an idiot. Um, it's freaking something else. You know, if Jesus was so foolproof, how could such an evil person speak his name, right? You know, I know if I was Jesus, right, I wouldn't want these clowns speaking my name. I would be coming down here slapping people up. Stop speaking my name and that evilness. Don't even involve my name in that rotation. Has anyone ever read anything on Agartha? Um, Hold on. What's up, Christos?
Hey, the moment you said Agartha, I don't have anything too crazy to drop, but you mentioned Agartha. I haven't read a book about it, but I will say, just like many other times, like when we talked about the giants or the elder, like Titan big trees, um, I mentioned Dark Souls and how not only do they put it in the the movies, the truth drops in the movies or shows, but also in some of these video games that I've played. And another example of that would be years ago when I was in high school. I was actually playing this game. It was Black Ops, but it was the third one they made. And I was playing with my buddy, and they had a zombies mode. And there was an ongoing story in the zombie mode that gets pretty esoteric and occultic. if you actually follow along with the storyline. And so part of the story actually was based in like the early 1900s. Uh, this actually does get interesting now I'm thinking about it because it had kind of like old world technology going on in the city. So it was kind of like in the 1920s, 1930s. Except they had like these trolleys that went on tracks around through the air around the city super fast and like things that basically we've conceptualized, if there was old world stuff going on, maybe it would have looked something like this. But that's kind of besides the point. That's just something I remember now that I'm bringing it up. But Agartha, you actually go to Agartha or somewhere in Agartha within that game at a certain point, and you're building these ancient swords with alien technology. And so I just kind of wanted to throw that in there. Not too many people seem to be here yet, but for anyone that has played like the Call of Duty Black Ops series, they do have multiple references within these zombie maps and the whole storyline to things like Agartha, things like advanced technology that the Nazis had, and how they were basically trying to find these ancient relics, and
I just downloaded
get
a
in contact with
PDF with Germany.
aliens or demons and whatnot. So it goes a lot of different directions, but again, it's that there's an aspect of historical fiction here. And I've been watching these YouTube shorts recently from Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein. I've heard of that
The
name.
newer version of Charles game that they ended up like doing newer versions of, but it's the same kind of concept of like, what if the Nazis won the war, with their V2 rocket and their jets, and like actually
They
started
did.
like getting into a tech race, like more than we actually,
Can you hear me?
it was. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
All right. No, I was saying they did win the war, but I was trying to say I
Oh
downloaded a
yeah,
PDF, Christos, just now on Germany finding Agartha. Supposedly, I got the coordinates to this place. I showed it in yesterday's live. Um, that Divergent was showing this thing he found. I got it in German and in English. Of um, yeah, there's still like Inner Earth is everywhere. All these lands are connected, and I don't think they move on plates either, like they say. All the land is one land. Just
yeah,
because there's oceans, people like think these things are like floating in the water. Some people, I don't know, but Hollow Earth is definite, and the Germans, Agartha. I don't know if they say it's under the earth, or if you go under the earth through a tunnel system to get out of this realm and you end up on another crater, and that's Agartha, because there's more lands outside of where we are. Now I heard of Agartha being outside the realm and also being at the North Pole entry, the South Pole entry, which is no South Pole. La Young says, Hollow Earth was what I fell into before Flat Earth. Seems to me to be a more of a mind mystery. Hidden entrances, Germany, like you're saying. Hold on, what did Christo say? Alright, no problem. So I downloaded this PDF, man. I might give it a shot. I'm gonna read chapter 1. And it's supposed, because I'm so interested now, being my ancestors are from Germany. And I know they won World War II, but don't tell nobody that. They stomped them out. Uh, I showed the coordinates yesterday. I'll upload them and show them again. But I'm so interested in, hold on. I'm gonna show this map right here. Boom. This is where they show, it's at the tip of Africa, I think that is, where that's supposed to be where the Pillars of Hercules is, and that's the entrance out of here. Now this map is made from the moon. The moon is allegedly a picture or a hologram of our realm. It's a map. Now, excuse me. What's the guy's name, man? Vibes of Cosmos created it, and I think it's brilliant. Oh no, that's Asgard, not Agartha. But who knows? They say when, you know, that looks like, because that looks like you would leave our realm, obviously, but, you know, if we're domed in, I don't see why you couldn't get out. But the scientist in Antarctica, a military guy, said he was stationed there. I'm going to make this quick. And the camera crews go there. And when they go there, he said the scientist that he was stationed there with would show clear ice. But in reality, 99% of the time, they're studying this stuff called sky ice. And it's a wall of ice that's blue, like the sky. And you got to go 100 miles away from the shore, the soldier was saying. And they're studying this blue ice you cannot touch with your bare hands. So you have to wear gloves. And I think he said, I'm going to misquote it, they tried to take the ice to Russia to study it, but by the time they got there, it melts and it don't even turn to water. It just, it's gone. Very interesting. It's probably like pure oxygen or some shit. Who knows? But it's very interesting. Let's see. Peace to everyone in the chat. Peace to everyone coming in. Peace, Mark Basket. You better guard your ass when you go to Asgard. That's a good question. How to explain shooting stars? Shit, fuck if I know. But I have a theory. I've never flown up there, but maybe you know, if it's an electric universe, you know, some of these shooting stars are sparks. You know, who knows? I would love to fly up there and try to get if you could even get close to a star, because when you look at them in a telescope, it looks like what they do in a glass of water with sound. That's what it looks like. But shit if I know. I can't explain the shooting star. I sure as shit don't believe NASA, that's for sure. Everything here, I mean, if the universe is electric, the sun and moon are lights. Yeah. It's most likely created. The gods were most likely these taller people. When Lao Young says, when Convex Earth put out their video, many people discredited that channel because the creator was involved in alien research. Because of that, their finds fell to the wayside. Now, as far as aliens from other planets, I'm not buying it. But extraterrestrials from means extra land. There's definitely people in these other lands. Now, who's to say they look like us or don't? I don't know. And underground, my theory is they're doing genetic manipulation. You know, who knows how far ahead they are with this technology. Now, in the Bible it says, and I treat the Bible as a book. I don't worship none of these books. I don't. You know, if you want to find a creator, look within yourself, and you'll find a creator very quick. it says they took a rib from Eve. Now either that was genetic or maybe the baby was born from her ribs when she's pregnant. But I would love to see what the hell they're doing underground. I know there's cities down there. Even a lot of old stuff I talk about from India. I always say this to the Aztecs, that these temples had underground routes that they would take from India, and they would go underground all the way to South America. Now, I personally think these oceans aren't as deep as they say everywhere. And if there is the Mariana Trench, that could be the spot when they were mining this place. The taller people were mining. The Mariana Trench could be a big pit they were mining, and that shit hit water, because there's water all around us, as above, so below. You know, that's what could have flooded this place. From the abyss, the water came. And maybe the best explanation I could hear for them cutting these titan trees down was so people couldn't climb them and escape the flood. But did anyone ever think this all-knowing God that's in the Bible, did he even think they would go underground? I mean, come on. Yeah, I pulled myself out too, but I was never fully plugged in. I was more like a rebel growing up. I used to tell the teacher, what the fuck does any of this shit matter in life? Teacher would always be mad at me, disrupting the class. Like, what does any of this bullshit matter in real life? Is this shit gonna pay my bills? Right? I hated school because it was just a bunch of cocky poop. You know, maybe if people quit these slave jobs and we started putting our foot down with solutions and started creating our own system or creating our own way to survive instead of always depending on these parasitic clowns, we start exploring for ourselves, you know. I know it's not easy to get a boat. How would we get around the Navy? I have no fucking clue. You know, it wouldn't be too fun fighting one of them big guns they got on the ship. But my whole thing is, you know, people say the Antarctic Treaty, screw that. If, like I said a million other times, if, yeah, that's why we need to start growing our own food, not no, because once the government gets control of all the food, which they have, all they got to do is stop, and they'll starve everyone out. To be honest, they kind of got us by the bolas. And when I just sit back and think, I think like, damn, man, we done, you know, our ancestors done really dug us a fucking deep hole to get out of. But we're getting out of it. It might not be tomorrow. It could be tomorrow. But as people like to say, Rome wasn't built in a day. But I downloaded this PDF called, I'm pulling it up now. Peace and Decay. It's called The New Germany and the Hollow Earth. Now I'm going to read a chapter from this just so I can see what it's like and see if I'm going to do another book. Like, I got to finish the book I'm doing about, shoot, I forgot what the name of the book was I'm doing. It's been a minute. I'm going to upload chapter 2 today. And I'm gonna when I finish that book, I'm gonna do the New Germany and the Hollow Earth if this is good. So let's check out chapter 1 and see what it's about. Where's chapter 1? Oh. Chapter 1 is Earth Under Surveillance. Introduction. We won't read that. Introduction. Chapter 1. Okay. It says the sun was 2 o'clock high on June 24th, 1947. Excuse me. Over Mount Rainier in Washington State, USA. A commercial pilot flying northly in a clear sky over the Cascade Mountains fixed his sight to the left where a flash had occurred at 10,000 foot elevation of the towering mountain. As experienced 50-year-old Kenneth Arnold scanned the reflection, little did he think that his description of the objects seen near the burst of light would result in coining a new universal word. Here is how Arnold expressed himself that afternoon as a reporter later in newspapers around the world. The 9 objects I saw flew like saucers. If you skipped them across the water, although what Arnold saw was highly technical, he pictured it in a simple, idiomatic term, which thereafter caught the imagination of kings and commoners across the globe. Wow, more like across the plane. Stop playing. Thus was born the age of flying saucers in the 20th century, and no one, scientist or seer, could turn back the clock ticking toward the arrival of the new aerial age. Hundreds of thousands of similar sightings in the current years would leave the world divided about the controversy. Simply understood, the question raised would be, are the flying saucers real pieces of hardware, or are they figments of imagination? Unknown to Arnold, in the immediate post-war years, the unidentified flying objects he observed had been constructed and had taken off from the geographical area beneath which he flew. In his reflections, he would not surmise that he had just witnessed the evidence of an aeronautical secret which had been kept under official wraps for over 20 years. See, they want people to believe there's aliens and shit, but it's the government. This technology is nothing new, man. You read about it, it's everywhere. The ancestors had technology 70,000 times better than what we're doing right now. All the technology I think that we have is reverse engineered technology that the ancestors had. You know, I always tell people, what, you think the ancestors couldn't have thought up what we do? Anyway, where was I now? What the veteran pilot of fixed wing aircraft had watched were his own countrymen piloting a revolutionary breakthrough in aerodynamics named round wing craft. Today, the latest version of those early round wing planes, which Kenneth Arnold glimpsed over the Cascade Mountains, have escaped the bonds of Earth's gravity and thus weightless patrol the outer skies of this planet and venture fearlessly into the realms of vast space. Every time I read the word planet or globe, it fires me up. At this juncture, before the wider explanation of the intriguing aerial phenomena is revealed, the average reader will recognize this unanswered riddle. Never has it been told to laymen the identities of the thousands of aerial sightings seen by professional airmen and ordinary spectators in the last half of this century. To state the conundrum briefly, the so-called flying saucers seen by Arnold and countless others across the plain were called unidentified flying objects by the United States Air Force. The terminology became commonplace but deceptive, hence the shorter euphemism UFOs was used to describe such aerial sightings the world over. This being so, the reader will first become acquainted with 4 identifiable aerial happenings which have been declassified. They are all researched and documented cases from the years 1947, 48, and 55, and are actually crash landings and subsequent encounters with beings from other worlds. Wow, wow. This is pretty boring already. Following the reports, the story will be... So I don't want to hear about UFOs. Like, I thought this was about Agartha and the Germans finding it. Now we're talking about UFOs. This is pretty boring, everyone. Like, I don't care what he's seen. I want to know other stuff. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Let me not skip this. Alright, this says case number 1. Riddle of the crashed UFOs, man. Alright. It says one night in 1955, 3-man spaceships from beyond Earth's own solar system crashed into the desert near Farmington, New Mexico. Hold on. If think about this, everyone. NASA says they can't get past to get out of here. So how the fuck are people getting in here? I thought about that one. I don't want to hear that they have crafts that can get through such heat that'll melt anything we got. Their unscheduled landings shed a display of fireworks that was seen by hundreds of people for 20 miles. It says, yet few Americans more than 22 years. It says the 3 intergalactic spaceships with 28 beings aboard. Wow, 28 aliens, huh? Or beings. Brought to planet Earth, yeah. Alright. This is just pretty boring, man. I have no enthusiasm so far in reading this. No excitement. Like, I just read. Just go back to what? Reading it? Wow, this is a long chapter. Jesus Christ. Man, I know how to pick books with like 70-page chapters. Yeah, I kind of don't. I have to find something better. The first 3 chapters are just talking about fucking aliens. Like, yeah, bye-bye. Erase. Sayonara. You've been canceled. What's this about? What the fuck? Anyway. The Vril Society is dope. I'm going to find something more intriguing here. A Journey into Earth's Interior. That sounds more intriguing than anything else. We're going to see what it's about. It's by Marshall B. Gardner. Oh man, it's an old book. It's got like a blue velvet cover. I remember looking at these type of books in the 80s. Yeah, the real stuff is pretty interesting when you take the alien craziness out of it. This book was written in 1913, A Journey into the Earth's Interior by Marshall B. Gardner. Nice. I like old books like that. Because back then, they didn't lie too much. Wow, look at this dude's face, bro. Ay, ay, ay. Old pictures look bugged out. Should I read the introduction to this book or just go straight to chapter Wizon? What the hell is this? How the Nebula Condensed. Is this where fucking Killer Priest be getting this stuff from? This what Killer Priest be reading with Nebula and stuff. An Earth without poles. Well, that sounds better. It doesn't have chapters in this book. Two worlds in the making. For proof, see Mars. Uh-oh. This is gonna get boring. Mars has no polar ice caps. Of course not. Mars isn't a fucking rock. I don't know. Let's try this next one. A Journey to the Inner Kingdom. I wonder if I wonder if Hades lives down there.
Hey, Chuck.
Hades. What's up, Lonnie? That scared the shit out of me. I forgot you were up here. Peace, Joe King. Trying to see what this... The Kingdom of Agartha Journey. This one's by Marcus Alexander. When was this book written? Let's see. Doesn't say. Uh-oh. Jesus Christ. Dude, that cannot be the introduction. This is the longest introduction I've ever seen in my life. And there's no... excuse me, there's no... Wow, 35-page introduction. I mean... Anyway. I'll do that on my own fucking time. 35-page introduction. Anyway, what's up, Lonnie?
Man, I guess I booted myself off or something. What's going on, Chuck?
Just chilling.
Had a pretty good conversation with Dean Kendall yesterday.
Yeah, Dean's cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, I've talked to Dean quite a few times, but not on a personal level. But yeah, everything happens for a reason. You know, by design. There's no chance, no coincidence. We live in this scripted reality. How's your day going, man? What time's it there?
It's only 10:25.
Yeah, you're on the same time I am.
Figured I'll go live for a little
So
bit.
okay, I live across from a big park. Okay, so they've been doing construction over here at this park. Okay, for a couple years now. Okay, and they've shut down one of the roads, and they recently opened it back up. So they've got a tunnel system going all through the city of Indianapolis. Okay, and they're saying they're building drains. You know, big drains for the water flow. Okay, but they've got a big crane over here where they had a makeshift power plant set up for a good portion of a year. Okay. Well, now that they've opened the road back up, they still got this opening over there and they still got the crane there. But my brother said he sees them over there. They take the crane and they boom 2 men down at a time about 100 and something feet. Now, what in the hell are you putting a fucking drain 100 feet down for? Shit don't make sense to me.
100 feet? That would be
100 feet, dude. That's overkill.
what's 100 feet? How many story building you say?
Oh
100
shit.
feet is like a 1-story house, right? No, 2-story.
No, that's about 30.
Shit,
They're about
100
30.
feet. Maybe to get under, if there's underground trains.
They're probably going further than that. He was just guessing. You know what I mean? He said that it takes them a long time to lower them down there, man. You know, we know they got all these underground tunnels, and we know they're. I like to refer to them as subterranean. You know.
What's up, Gabriel? If you want to come up, you're welcome to. Sorry about yesterday, but you came at the end. But if you want to come up, it's really open topic. You can speak on anything. Go ahead, Lonnie. My bad.
No, you're good, man. It wasn't important. I'm just sharing it with you. I didn't know if you got something similar going on around you or what. But we're not where we thought we were. And I'm finding out that we were moved. You know, the sky is the only thing that doesn't change because it's a blue screen. And everything that's in the sky, they put there, okay? All their little satellites, they're up there on balloons. They're held up there, man. They're not just orbiting anything. They're up there. You just can't see them. And they're all launched. They're not like sent into space. There's no space. Nothing can get outside of this bubble, man. You were talking about that outer realm is what you're referring to, right? Over that ice wall.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of, man? You ever
It's right
seen
here.
Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing when you're talking about this ice wall. Now, in the Game of Thrones, that ice wall there is supposed allegedly, 700 feet. How high is this ice wall you're referring to that they're talking about? I mean, 700 feet, dude. That's
I don't know. I haven't been
That's
there. I never. I can't say. I don't know how tall it is, but I know the military guy said he was stationed at one of these bases in Antarctica, and it was
right.
100 miles from where he was, where they were getting this sky ice, they call it, because it's blue like the sky.
Right.
And it's a secret thing they're working on. They don't, even the documentary people that go to this Antarctica, which could be anywhere in a 360, they show them just the regular ice they're working on. They don't tell them anything about the sky ice, but the military guy said he was stationed there for like 4 years. And you can't touch the ice, nothing, because it'll melt, it'll freeze your hand.
What's to keep you and I from going on an expedition and
the Antarctic Treaty, and you get shot on sight, from what I hear. It says it in Antarctic Treaty.
That don't even sound right, man.
Right. They're hiding something, you know, which is either A, the exit out of here, B, who knows what they're hiding. I don't know.
Clearly they can't control that whole wall, man, you know? I mean,
well, the whole world has an Antarctic treaty. Why they have military probably from all over, you know. I don't know, but I know one thing. If it's so cold and you could die and it's the ocean's so vicious, why don't let people just sail, and if they're going to die, right? But no, you got to shoot them on sight. So they're hiding something for sure.
I don't think it's as brutal as they make it sound, man. I think they say that to keep people from going there.
I can agree with that. They say past the 60th parallel, it's vicious waves from the energy that's from the firmament. The electromagnetic energy causes a lot of wind and vicious waves. But I don't know. I've never even left America, so how the fuck would I know?
You know, knowing that we truly can't die, I mean, unless you just completely destroy the vessel. I mean, I've been put back together so many times, man, I can't even count. But I just
want to say real quick before we get off that topic that people say there's an ice wall because they've seen a couple pictures. Nobody knows where these pictures are from. No one sailed there. So we can assume that there's a wall 360. But from these maps I've seen, now either there is this war and that the snow's atomic fallout, which makes sense, because I've seen deserts on Antarctica on these maps. There's no snow like they say, so something happened. But I would like to find out.
Yeah,
you know, maybe that's where that submarine was going. That went off the coast of Africa. Look where the entrance is. Maybe that's where that rich submarine was trying to go, and they hit something and sunk like ding dongs.
Are they sunk it?
I don't know. True, because it was off the coast of Africa. No, that these billionaires were doing something, and you know, I thought about that, and I'm like, well, damn, if the entrance is right here off the coast of South Africa, I think that's where they were. I'm gonna look into that. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, and who was on that sub?
Who knows? They say billionaires, but what billionaire would go into a beer can,
right?
And try to dive?
I think somebody either trying to fake their own death, knowing it was going to go down, or somebody that had a suicide mission going on or something. But I know I wouldn't want to go in that submarine.
I'll show you the coordinates for the people that weren't here yesterday. These coordinates I got from Divergent, and in yesterday's video, if people want to go to his channel, the link would be it's in the description of yesterday's live stream, because I did do a review on his video.
Yeah, what I sent you today, man, on Messenger is what I took last night, dude. I just got tired of hearing them outside. And I was like, man, what the fuck? So I was like, we'll go out here and look. And every time you put a camera on them, Chuck, you'll see you can only take so much video of them because whatever they've got, it blurs your camera, man. The radiation that it puts off, it blurs your camera so you can't get a detailed shot of this thing. So no matter how close it gets, what you've seen on the video that I sent you it's as good as you get, dude. This thing was probably about 90 feet in the air, maybe 120 tops.
You sent it?
Yeah, I sent it on Messenger, man.
It'd have been better if you sent it on a text. But that's all right.
Oh, I can't from this phone. This phone, I just got Wi-Fi. My other phone's a piece of shit. I'm gonna go get a new phone hooked up sometime. Probably next week. I don't know.
Peace, Yolanda.
But these things are about the size of a fighter jet, dude, if not a little bigger, and they look like an airplane. I call one of them. It's got a real high whining pitch on its motor, and it sounds like a jet turbine motor, but no jet turbine motor I've ever heard. What it sounds like is like the turbine that a Harrier jet would use. You know what they sound like? You know, like the Harrier's got the vertical takeoff, so it's got to have a large amount of thrust. I mean, that's what I mean. I'm no aero engineer or anything, but I mean, I think I'm talking about the right shit. They've been lying about technology for a long time to everybody, dude. Everything repeats itself.
Yolanda was asking me about this picture right here. I had to pull it up.
I didn't see it. I see it now.
Because I know Solomon is the soul of man. And Haram, I don't know. It sounds like Ham. But Haram, hi Ram. What is he saying? Hi to the Aries constellation. Hi Ram.
All that religion shit that's probably the biggest lie and the biggest hoax they've ever played on anyone.
Well, religion is an anchor. One, it's truth. There's truth in it, but it's being taught wrong. And a lot of the hidden coding is like infinite energy, that you are God. Your human body is a perfection. I don't understand how people say it's not a perfection.
Yeah, it is. We are the future.
Now, Yolanda asked, let me see what she asked about this cover picture. She said, I'm not familiar with Hebrew. Do you happen to know what letter is being shown in the art for the thumbnail? I'm trying to think what letter.
I told you about them asking me to join the Masons, right? I told Dean about it last night. I was hitchhiking back. My van broke down when I was staying down there with Phil, and man, I was like, man, I gotta get the hell out of here because I was in a town in a county where they have 2 unsolved murders, or they have 2 solved murders. I said that backwards. 2 solved murders. Okay, this is the place you go and don't come back from. And I was being hunted down there. Okay, well, lucky for me, I had a 9mm with 5 fully loaded clips. You know, extended clips. But I had to get out of there, so I was hitchhiking back, and I got picked up by one old man, and he said the best way for me to get back to Indianapolis was to go to Leavenworth, Kentucky, and I was like, okay, so I went to Leavenworth, but on my way to Leavenworth, I got picked up by another guy. Well, this dude that picked me up told me, he goes, I was told to pick you up. And he goes, you don't have any weapons on you, do you? I'm like, no weapons.
I do.
Thinking,
my fist.
now I have my 9mm. Well, I wasn't gonna tell him that. But anyway, yeah, man, he was telling me that they think I had a lot to offer, this, that, and the other. I said, yeah, well, I don't know about all that. I'm just in my infancy stage of knowing anything. I said, I don't know a whole lot. But I had to drop me off at a truck stop, man. And I called my brother, and my brother drove 2.5 hours to get me. So yeah, it was if I'm taking off walking, I mean, it was pretty deep, dude, because I was in fear for my life. It was definitely probably the most fearful I've ever been in my life, man. I had no phone, no internet at the house where I was staying. It was way out in the country. My buddy Phil was gone, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm alone, man. I got to get the hell out of here. And that's exactly what I did.
That's crazy. What up, B?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Hey, what's up, B?
That's why I don't fuck with pigs, man. I won't help them with nothing. I don't need to call them for nothing. I handle my own problems and protect my own self. I don't need the government to protect me. I don't want them to protect me. I don't want nothing to do with them. They could go fucking lollygag somewhere else. They could go back to Europe for all I care.
Use them.
Gabriel said, what was that, B? Go ahead.
Use them. Law enforcement, use them. And if their use is to go away, make sure you use them appropriately and instruct them as they should and go away.
Like cops, you know, I watch tons of, I watch Solo Yacker, which is the armed fisherman. I watch James Freeman. I watch, what's the other guy? The Constitution State. And I watch, there's two more. Lackluster. And then I forgot the other guy's name. But all police, bro, you don't give them your ID. Even it says you don't have to. And when you exercise your so-called rights, it's almost like they need that last crack hit, man. They're fucking, you don't give them your ID, they're on you, bro. And they just won't stop. It's like they're zombies feasting on you, right? I don't know what it is, but it's like a drug to them. They gotta get your ID. Well, if a crime's committed in the future, I need to know who you are because you were here. And it's like, what? So what are you gonna build the case off of me just walking down the street? Like, you're gonna automatically, you know, if the crime happens 10 hours later, oh, well, this guy was in the area, so we'll it's crazy, yo. The police are not there to help anybody. They're not. I don't care all that phony, you know, they do gift drives for the community. They don't give a fuck. They only want to get close to the community to uplift themselves and rank, so they can get rats and snitches, and they don't care about nobody.
They're all actors, man.
They're all tyrannical. There's good cops, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna say they're all evil. There's one or two that are always respectful of our so-called rights and stand by that shit, but they're outnumbered by low IQ. You know, if you're a cop, shouldn't you be studying the Constitution? Shouldn't you know it by heart? And shouldn't you know law in that state or in that city? You should know that shit, you know? I don't understand how these fucking public servants don't, most of them don't know shit. And, go ahead, B.
Most law enforcement, as far as beat cops, like police, they're not really that powerful of law enforcement agents. They're more just like a secretary or a paper pusher. They just write tickets and keep it moving. If they witness a felony, or if they actually have to do more important duties of their job, that's not a common thing. They're not supposed to shoot anybody. They're not really supposed to take possession of other human beings. They're just supposed to cite laws and keep it pushing to gain revenue for the state. So if you have more power than they do, and if you control this country more than they do, you can just tell them no warrants, no crime has been committed here. It would actually be a crime if you stayed and continued to harass me. Once you know how to use those cheat codes, or those program codes, you just install them into their brain, and then they operate as they're supposed to.
Christo said B sounds like a bumblebee with his mic.
Buzz.
No, you sound all right.
Yeah, I'm on the ear pods. They're trash.
But there's so many people's so-called rights being violated. I had to mute you, Lonnie, because you were banging around when B was talking.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah.
So again, with
it's
the rights,
insane.
Are they your rights if you require permission? They wouldn't be your rights. And with a lot of these YouTube educators and people who are sharing information on law, they're basically telling you, if you want to play this game, you got to wake up. You can't just say you're woke. You can't just say you have rights. You have to wake up and live and actually exercise those rights and draw a line in the sand. And if I had a cop threaten to take me to jail over an opinion of law, and unfortunately, my daughter's birthday was that Monday, and
You should have challenged them.
So again, yeah, my youngest daughter's birthday was in the window of time that I would have to sit in jail. And
Yeah, I
get cleared
know.
by a magistrate.
That sucks.
I basically told him, are you really going to push this? Because I have to push the date forward, and we have to fight this out in court later. Because I didn't tell him it was my daughter's birthday, but I had previous engagements. I can't just be petty and sit in jail to prove that I'm right. So I had to wait a little bit of time. Then in court, the judge said, I'm not going to spill too many beans and snitch on this court system, but basically the case was dropped based on me knowing and exercising my rights, knowing that I'm allowed to have private property, knowing that I'm allowed to privately travel without any permission slip, or I don't have to ask to move my feet from point A to point B.
You have you have the right to locomotion.
Right, but if somebody does not, if somebody is property, if somebody is just livestock taking up our public streets, so an authority figure needs to go round up that loose monster, that loose body or animal or livestock, and go give it to its owner and possibly fine them.
Right.
So that's the situation we're dealing with, and a lot of human beings are under this false pretense that they're free, that they exercise ownership of themselves, and that they're not state property.
Question.
So when go ahead.
Are you familiar with Chris? I don't want to name drop here, but Chris H on YouTube, he talks about exactly what you're talking about. How they're all actors and magis in the court system, and how it's all fucking a bunch of magic bullshit, and how you are sovereign, you are common law.
So I mean, everybody is. It's all truth coming out. It's all just truth being shown to light. So yes, technically, everybody that pops their head, every nail that sticks out is eligible to get hit by a hammer. If you open your mouth and use the word of God, you are liable to be treated like, a professional. If you want to speak, if you want to go out in public, if you want to drive on our roads, you're going to be treated like an adult. You're going to be treated like a master of this craft.
Right.
And all the way to the extent that, bro, you're in my bubble, you better pay me taxes. Oh, you don't want to pay me taxes? Check out this long metal stick that I got with a point at the end. Try and come into my circle. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a step forward. I'm going to take another step forward with this shiny pointy stick. And at a certain point, that shiny pointy stick is going to intersect with your person. And then that magic has won. I'm only leaving a little bit of breadcrumbs, but that is the extent of a living human being having mastery over this world and the ability to have slaves or the ability to have private property and do with it as that master will, including break those Legos down into compost in order to use it as the master sees fit. In the courts,
Right.
they do this to the extent of a society level. Now,
B, I
you're
want
trying
to exchange information with you.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. But on the topic that we're talking about, if you want to say
Yeah.
you're sovereign, that's basically saying, I'm Big Daddy. Come try and take it, because I'm gonna try and take it from you. I want your children. I want your women. I want your gold. I want your house. That's essentially that spirit. If you're gonna exercise the patriarch,
Right.
you're allowed to. You can go into the court of law and say, yo, this is my shit. These are my roads. I worked hard. My taxes paid for this. This is my whole house. I live here. I run this shit. And other people of the same character will say, yes, we agree that we did this. There are other entities saying, oh, it's not fair that daddy is so big and strong and he gets the money and he gets to walk into the courthouse and put this paper down and shit happens. Learn the fucking magic and man up. Like, that's an extremely toxic and almost black magic statement to make. But if you want to be the man, man the fuck up. And if you don't want to be the man, don't bite off more than you could chew. Don't worry about the taxes. Don't even open your mouth and cast the spell. Just be a good little bunny and just sit on the lap of a powerful person and get pet, or be a rat and run away into a hole, or be an eagle and fly above us all and just check it out. Like, there's different positions in this game, but if you go up against a police officer and you think you're allowed to just punch him in the face and not get shot, then you're going against the rules of the game. If you think you can go down the street in an unregistered vehicle with, it can't pass smog and there's fees owed on it, you're going to get that car taken.
Yeah, that's stupidity.
If you have warrants and you're trying to say you're a sovereign citizen, you know what you're doing. You're not sovereign, you're not free, you're not powerful. It's something else. People
Yeah,
got
I seen
dope
a
in the car,
video
and they're saying you
about
can't
that,
search.
B.
Yeah,
I seen a
it's
video
trash.
about this chick in court trying to play sovereign, and a judge put a warrant out for her. Yeah, she tried to
If
play
you try and wrangle
sovereign.
other people and have those other people support your sovereignty, now the state is going to attack those people as well. Oh, really? Oh, well, then now they're interfering with justice. Oh, now there's a conspiracy charge. If you get enough people, oh, now it's a RICO charge.
Ooh,
Off of a no license plate, right? Freedom to travel and all that bullshit.
peace, Salama.
But if you tell the officer, yo, I'm in power, I have equity, I uphold the rules, I am the law, they'll look at you differently and they'll treat you differently. But if you look at them like, hey, I'm a piece of shit trying to get out of something, they'll look at you even more so how they did in the first place. Yo, you're a target. You're food for them. You make their salary. If they sign more tickets, they get more money.
Hey, Salama, that video you did with Huey P, I like that. Or you took Huey P's song. That was fire, man. I really like that. Yeah, whenever you get a chance, if you want to do that, a video for that song I sent you. Salama did a great job on that song me and Sir Drop did. She made a video out of it. You guys should go check it out.
Put the link.
Oh, What link? Oh, okay. And for Christos is going live tonight. So if anyone wants to check out his channel, he's going live tonight, I think. I put it in the community page. I try to support everyone. You know, even if I drop in and just hit the thumbs up and say what up in the comments, I try to at least, you know, I'm between my own stuff and writing music and doing, I'm always busy, man. But I try to show love to everybody. But yeah, B, what you were saying, like if you drive a car that's not insured and you ain't got no license, that's straight stupidity. You're asking for fucking a problem. Now, if you punch a cop in the face, you better be ready to go all the way. Like, of course the fucking guy's gonna shoot you, right? Like, that's like showing up to a gunfight with a knife, punching a cop. You know he's gonna blade you up. You better be ready to shoot back.
Exactly. Yeah. Interactions with police are the most dangerous things you could do challenging law enforcement. Always go to the court. Always push it past the police officer, because that cop will shoot your ass, and then it's just a mistake on the job for him. That's as far as it goes. He'll get leave.
Well, if he gets sued, he don't care, because our tax money will pay for that shit. They don't care.
Exactly.
You know, we pay for their mistakes and their crimes.
Going after police is almost like a non-starter. Always take it to the courtroom. Always educate yourself through counsel before you open your mouth in the courtroom. Because just like magic words and spells and all that shit, every time you open your mouth in court, it means something, and you will be held to everything that came out of your mouth and everything that did not come out of your mouth.
Basically, if you don't know the rules of the game, don't even attempt to play it, because you will lose immediately.
Yep. Sit on the bench or sit behind it. Find an MVP and subscribe to their shit.
Right. And that's why I was asking you if you knew who Chris was. I would just say his last name, Hauser.
No. Does he have a YouTube handle, or is that his
yeah. It's his name, Chris Hauser. Check him out.
Okay.
Long-haired guy, man. Glasses. Let me know what you think of him. But yeah, I want to exchange some contact info with you, because I'd like to link up with you.
For sure. Because this
we'll do it in
information,
the back chat.
it's not okay. It's not a pill. It's not a silver bullet. It's it's almost like it's a tool you put under your tool belt, or like an emotion or an intelligence you build into yourself. That's a constant thing, because
upgrades
on every single different topic there is law, and in law there's many different topics. So you have to be able to exercise that concept to these low level law enforcement, all the way up to possibly a judge, telling them the rules of the game.
Yes.
And
for
most of the time
example,
they will agree, and they'll just move shit up, sweep the paper off their desk. If somebody disagrees with the judge, well, then obviously the judge needs to lecture them. The judge needs to cite a bunch of laws and educate this citizen that played the game incorrectly by different rules.
and a lot of times they win by default.
Right.
Basically,
98%
because
conviction rate.
you do not know the rules, because when you are represented, because you are to them you are dead, because you can only raise the dead in a court of law. That's why they say all rise. That you have to be represented by an attorney of law, which they will give you, for they cannot communicate with you directly because you're not represented.
Right. That's why they lose automatically off the get-go, because
Right.
my corpse doesn't need to orate anything. My corporation isn't in business with them. I'm a live
Right.
man. You know, you took the time of a live man, and I showed up to say, like, yo, what the fuck?
Right.
Because if
And
we want to do it on
therefore,
paper, yo, I'm gonna tax that ass.
right, with that unconditional acceptance.
Right, because yeah, if I have to put, I'm blue collar. If I have to do any type of letters and numbers and stuff, I better be programming machine tools. But if I have to put pen to paper, oh God,
The
I
key,
need some
the key
extra.
is that signature, that beneficiary signature is the key to everything, and the color of that pen.
That is a key, yes. But as soon as I put black on white, and I'm a grumpy person whenever I have to do tedious work. So when it comes to the
Sure.
courts, when it comes to public schools, when it comes to any type of false authority, uh, I, I dig deep with that pen, because it's easier to shake hands and put a shovel into some dirt and get work done. That way, in my mind, my mind and my body can function easy at an easier stress level that way than putting words on paper. And if I have to summon up that type of magic, if I have to wrangle those demons and to put black on white, I'm not going to be kind or patient to those institutions. I'm actually going to seek retribution and fucking taxation from them.
I hear you, man.
Yeah, because what the fuck are they
Thank you,
doing? Man, what are these court
Salama.
systems doing? Are these court systems working to benefit us, or are they actually trying to be a leech or a tick and suck blood from us?
That's
That's
exactly what it is.
unacceptable to me. Right. And good for them. Okay, I understand concepts of life and different entities, and they just want to live too, or whatever type of petty nonsense that is. But weaker individuals should eat other weak individuals and stay out of this upper field of play just to keep it clean. We got to feed kids. We got to come up with new types of crops. We have to rebuild big stone buildings, but all that's on the back burner because people
Yeah.
want to write tickets.
Fuck wood. We need to build the stone buildings again.
Right.
With
What
brick.
it all boils down in the court systems and the judicial system is it's all contracting. Once you have
Yep.
a contract with them in their open court system, then you have to follow through on that contract. But if you do not have a contract, then the game changes.
Well, so there's contract as the highest, then there's admiralty, then there's law of the land, then there's commerce. Right now, they're getting us through contract and commerce.
Right. I agree.
Fuck them.
And that's where I'm at, man. I
Luckily
haven't
for
done
me, I was born, what is it, cis male or so, whatever they call it. I was born a XY chromosome with my
Yeah.
physical representation, in line with that. So when it comes to fuck 'em, God gave me the ability to. So it's pretty simple and easy. No nonsense. No drama. Some people that like to get fucked like foreplay before. So we could play games as long as I know what's up and it's honest and transparent. But yeah, if they want to get fucked, all they got to do is ask nicely.
Got you, man. Got you. Yeah, I've not dug too deep into it. I'm actually getting ready to go that direction that we're speaking of right now. That's where I'm at. But I'm more into doing the energy work right now.
That's where it
and
starts.
Activations
Yeah.
and deletions and installs in the programming.
Mhm.
This biological programming. Now that I see in the Matrix, I'm like I told him, man, I'm surveilled all the time, and in saying that, I must be pretty damn relevant considering the high level of surveillance that I get on a daily. I truly believe if you're not a targeted individual at one time or another, you will be. It's only a matter of time because we're all targets.
So how much do you tell on yourself?
Oh, quite a bit, since they've got that technology to see everything.
So with that, a lot of private citizens, a lot of U.S. nationals, a lot of free men, when they first take that red pill and they're fucking acting out a red pill rage, they all tell on themselves. They all
Yeah,
write
I
a
went through
letter
that.
to the big man, and they say, "Hey, I'm a free man. I want to break contract with you." Well, you just fucking put a big ass bullseye on your back when you're the most infantile and vulnerable in your evolution.
Right.
That's a very common thing that I've found. And what is a butterfly? A butterfly goes and hides and builds a shield when they're
Right.
in that process of metamorphosis. They don't go out into the middle of everything and get all soft and gooey in front of people that want to eat them.
Right. I'm on the level with you, man. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I did exactly what you're talking about. And yeah, I did put a big bullseye on my back, man. And I pushed back, and I paid for it. And
if you want to design a flag of your nation and then raise that motherfucker up, you're saying, "Hey, look, there's a free lunch. Somebody was just born today, and they have no protections. They have no standing army. They have no fucking monetary reserves, nothing. They have no allies. Come eat me. Free lunch."
right, right. A lot of people wouldn't understand what you're saying, but since I'm on that level and I know exactly
Right.
what you're saying, me and Sing are in collaboration together, and we share a lot of knowledge with one another. He's been doing this for many years, but since I just got through into this game, involuntarily, and they did this to me. They activated me. I didn't do it, but in saying so, I'm way advanced than somebody that would, be in the time frame that I'm in right now. If you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
because this shit opened up and consumed me. But I've learned how to navigate it through trial and error now.
Yeah. Staring into the abyss can be it can be jarring.
Yeah, it is, man, and it's not. I don't recommend to push back to anyone. Don't push back; you'll regret it. Because you don't know what alone is until you become me,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a
So yeah, a
fact.
lot of the time you'll do normal things. You'll do normal matrix programming things. You'll try and act like an agent. You'll reach out to your family and friends. You'll describe your experience after being
Right,
woken up slightly, and
and you
then
tell on
they will
yourself.
feed. You're telling on yourself. They'll feed that negative energy your way. You need to go back to sleep. There's a
Hey,
problem.
then that's what I told them. Hey, now I was trying to explain the double dark copy yesterday to Dean, and he finally got it, and he understood, and he goes, "Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about." And we're so back and forth with the parallel double dark copy is what I call it, and you don't even know it. You get switched into instantaneously. All you have to
Oh
do is change your frequency.
yeah, is
That's
there
all
a
you have to do.
separation within yourself? Are those two
Yes,
entities battling each other?
yes. In the dark nights.
Yeah, it'll cause stress. It'll cause strain and inefficiency.
Right, right. Well, man, I just get ready to say something. So, what I do is, and in knowing this now, um, I just I don't know when I'm switched sometimes, and I try to switch back. When I'm aware. There it
Mm-hmm.
is. Awareness means everything. Once you become
Right.
aware, then you know. But it's not just you that switches, everybody. It's the whole fucking war. Everything switches. The realm, everything, and everyone. Everyone becomes agents. They don't even know it.
So how about this? Let's do an exercise. Close one eye and leave one open, and then switch them. Close the other eye and open the other eye. Go back and forth. That's what you're doing between those two entities. Of course, it's going to be fucking chaos.
Right.
Now, leave both eyes open at the same time. That's the goal for, you know, keeping your head above water. Now, open the third eye and look. That's the next step. Then close your two eyes and leave your main eye open. That's, you know, try and get there. That's a goal. But
Right.
both eyes open, head above water, drinking filtered water, clean food, move your body, only associate with people who keep you healthy.
Now, when you're talking about clean food, elaborate on that.
No bullshit in it. We done fucked up foods. Cleaner food grows in a ditch.
Yeah. Yeah.
But most of the time, we don't have time to wander around and pick one leaf and eat it, wander somewhere else that our subconscious leads us to, pick that leaf and
Right.
eat it. Like that shit, it would be nice. It would sure be a real fucking easy life, a real comfortable and happy life living that way. But my archetype needs a bunch of gold stacked somewhere underground.
Right.
You can't be wandering around and worrying about fucking plants at that point. You need to put them in a grid. You need to know what classification of those plants are. You need to have a diet.
Well, those who know me knows that I've went through some, you know, changes in the past few months. Like, you know, I was an active addict, and I had to put myself through I had to take myself out of the now and go into a recovery center for like 9 weeks, and it was a journey. And even though I was in this so-called recovery center, the hunt continued. Okay, and I knew it would, but I took myself out because I needed that momentary reset, so to speak, for myself to regroup and to learn new things. Even though I was cut off from, you know, Charles, you remember this because I sent you messages. I was able to listen to YouTube a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I had no communication with the outside world. I had to, and what I did in this time was I shared with people whom I thought were either waking or already awoke. And I think I touched quite a few lives, and I think I did a lot of good, but it was all by design. I was put there for a reason.
It was a safe space to get some mental traction.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Exactly. And I you know, I like to refer to myself in, like I said, in the infancy stage of this ascension. But me and Singh has pretty much figured out that at the level of the game that him and I are at, commercially and monetarily, we're worth a lot of money. And I say this only because I know of the contracts and the bonds and the monetary system that was set up for exactly what him and I are doing. And they live stream me, you know, on the dark web. They live stream me. It's just a fact. I haven't personally seen it myself, but in saying this, these sick fucks make bets and shit. Well,
what are we speaking on?
The game.
It's
all a game, Charles. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so how about this?
It's all a game, bro.
How many followers do you have on that secret dark web, stream, and how many of those people are actually following you. If you have more people you're mentally following, they're living rent free in your head. If there's
Right.
more of those people than actual people on the dark web watching you, that's an ego
Right.
issue.
Yeah, I don't watch it. I've never seen it. I just know about it.
I'm saying if
I have no
you're
intention in
making that,
getting on the dark web.
if you think there's more people watching you than there actually are people watching you, you need to have a discussion with your ego. If there's more people on the dark web watching you than you know of, then it's easier to make that statement without the ego attached and just having it be a fact. But if you think there's more people watching you than you actually are, your ego is taxing you.
Well, yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, and that's not where I'm at on that level. I could care less who's watching it. I really don't give a shit. The fact of the matter is that it's on there, period. And I could think the whole deal is fucking sick.
Well,
I mean, we're not talking. We're talking about no. We're talking about every second of every day is televised.
Yeah.
And
we have a light spectrum. Yeah, we want to watch that shit.
Right.
So, but here's the thing.
And in saying that, hold on a second, B. What? Charles, the videos that I sent you, and I've been trying to get you to watch, you'll know exactly what the hell I'm talking about once you watch the video. That's all I said. Once you watch that video, you're gonna fucking flip out, man, and you're gonna be. I want to say you'll have one less thing to put together, because once you see that video I sent you, Chuck, you'll start to realize that's how they know. Now, I talked about the beating of the quantum computer. Have you heard that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I have, because
What's up,
we're all synced into it.
Flew to sure drop.
Hey, drop.
What's going on? Hey,
What's up, brother?
Cooling out, man. Staying out the way of everything that ain't in my way. But look,
I heard that.
when you was saying the ego thing, right? That's true to a certain extent. But now dig this: the shadow ban shit is real. I put up a video, right? In like 15 minutes, it had 39 likes, no views, right? Cool. Another 15 minutes go by, it say 1 view, no likes. So they if I wouldn't have screenshotted it, I wouldn't have caught it. I'm like 39 likes, no views. I screenshotted it. I actually posted it on my community wall, like make it make sense. So what if you can catch it? So that means in the first 15 minutes, about 50 people watch my stuff at least for 39 likes to come. And then it just shut down and say 0 and 1 like, and so all that crazy stuff. So they're attacking your, like you said, the ego. They're attacking your ego by shadow banning your channel, by you thinking, man, it's only 5 people in the chat. Really, there's 100 people in the chat. They just ain't chatting. You ever ended one of your lives? Hold on. You ever ended one of your lives, like while you was watching it, it said 10 people in the chat, and soon as you end the live, wait like 5 minutes, and then it'll say like 100 views. Where'd all these views come in at, and how many of them was y'all withheld? You know what I mean? Hey, but I gotta bust a move.
I've witnessed that. I agree, Drop. I've caught that a few times. Me too. I got some screenshots of my own. So yeah, you ain't lying, bro.
And look at it like this: if they're an
Algorithm.
agent or something, when you see like 1,500 people in the chat, right? But you read in the chat and you only see 10, 15 names. There's really not 1,500 people watching. It's an illusion. Some of these cats actually buy their viewership. So they'll put $20 on their live
Right.
before they go live. As soon as they go live, it say like $3.92. That's fake. I only see 5 people in here. You done went and bought 300 bots. That's all they is bots. Them is not real subscribers. They bots. They not real people. But yeah, man, I gotta make this call right quick, man. I'll be in the chat
Thanks for dropping in,
All right,
man.
drop.
all day, all day.
So
Y'all be
if you
good,
use
man.
words like shadow ban, that Android echo. But yeah, if you use words like shadow ban and then explain the mechanics of how the algorithm works, it's almost like saying, "Oh, the police beat my ass because I didn't let them search my car that didn't have registration on it, or it's stolen or something like that." So you understand the mechanics of shadow banning, almost to the point where it removes the term shadow banning. It's just an algorithm. If you don't give them an ad revenue view, you don't get a view. If you don't give them an algorithm like, if you don't give them an algorithm subscriber, then you don't get one. Also, if you use certain keywords, you know it puts you on the low priority list. You know, if you lick boots and you use certain keywords, it puts you higher on the priority list. There's no such thing as shadow banning. You're either going to contract with the beast or not. You're either going to do the most high option or not. And you will be rewarded very accurately in this hologram, in this reality, in this experience, or whatever you want to call it. Most of us know the rules. That's how we get to complain. I didn't get rewarded for my virtue signaling. I'm supposed to play the algorithm and almost cheat in the game and be rewarded. No, we're just supposed to plant in the spring, sit in the shade in the summer, harvest during the fall, and be appreciative to be with our people during the cold times where there ain't shit on the trees. And then if we get to plant in the spring again, life comes back to the barren wasteland or whatever. That's all this is. If we want to put a bunch of extra on top, that's us as people. If we want to lie to ourselves, that's us as you know, this persona. But you know, they, them, they ain't doing shit to us. They're the lion and we're the gazelle in that mindset. But if you wanna press your will on the world, you become the lion. If you just want to float around up top and check shit out, maybe swoop up a rabbit or two, well, there's that option as well.
Peace, face plant. I said peace to Sir Drop. Who else came in here? Let me check.
We could damn near go into targeted individuals on that one. If you are sane and the voices in your head aren't conspiring against you, because that's a real thing.
Yeah, I know.
If you're sane and you're waving these big ass flags above your head, I would not consider that a targeted individual by their definitions. A targeted individual, you got to be like JFK or Martin Luther King or who else? Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Or
That's
let me rephrase,
Jesus.
like Yeshua. If you really want to claim targeted individual, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't cry wolf.
Well, I'm definitely one of them.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
I gotta end this live at 2 hours, so we got 20 minutes.
But I don't have to be 2K like what you're talking about.
Right. So the evolution of the targeted individual hopefully would to be into like a public figure in a positive sense.
Yeah, it's all about the data.
That's how you tell the sheep.
Yes, all about the data.
It is about. I agree. I agree. It's about the data, and the current people in power don't want you telling their tax income stream that they're paying for poison, that they're paying for death. We're
Right.
slowly transitioning into the other way, profits for health and wellness and high quality things. We're not there yet, and we're not into production for that. But eventually, these masters will get mad at you if you sell their flock poison.
Well, they're being phased out anyway because we are in the new world,
right?
And that's why everything's it looks the same, but it's not the same.
Yeah, all profits come from negative and death right now, and then we've now transitioned into the sliding scale of we're going towards all profits should come from life and positivity. But then once we're already over there, you decrease that economic bubble and inflate the economic bubble of kill people for profit.
Right.
You just go back and forth. The herd grows, and then you slaughter the herd. You maybe need to move the herd around to better pastures. You might need to increase genetic diversity or limit genetic diversity.
And in saying that, don't be the harvest, be the harvester.
There you go.
Because we truly were the harvest. The Bible, if you're a biblical person, even tells you that.
What's up, Seth? Who's Seth?
It's Boy.
Cain, Abel, and Seth.
Oh, damn, boy, you got me on that one, bro.
Oh, boy.
Boy, salute to you.
Well, we're building today. What you got for us, boy?
Steel seal. I'm just a steel seal, dude.
Steel Cecil. I'm like, who the hell is wasn't your avatar like switching and changing? That looked dope. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. You know, you gotta keep that shit. Forget it.
No, you go on with that. We don't do this shit right here.
I totally fucked up. Just give me a break, dude. Just take it over, please.
Yeah, you already started it in motion, bro. You can't pull back now.
Yeah, bro.
Holding out on the gems. We heard you.
Yeah, don't be stingy.
Putting me in a spot here, right? Yeah. I need to roll up, guys. I'm not gonna stand up here. You know, I'm not gonna stand up to this much of fire.
So how are you doing today, brother?
Yeah, I'm just rolling up, being happy, being content. You know, not being unhappy. I'm just
that keeps you at that vibration, that frequency we're speaking about.
All praise is due to Allah.
Yeah,
I mean, I see the craziness going on, but I can't. How do you say? I can't deny my own position. I mean, I'm in a pretty luxurious position. I don't have to fight for food or for water or for, what. I mean, I must acknowledge I'm comfortable.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So,
you know, I've stood in knee-deep snow when I was a kid and had my Christmas thrown to me on the back of a pickup truck.
Right.
I come from nothing, and I'm thankful for everything I do have. You know, 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes.
Right.
My vessel works.
Exactly, dude. Yeah.
And I never cared about material shit. Yeah, in the past, you know, I wanted nice things, and I've had all that shit.
Ask Madonna about a material world.
Because everything isn't what everybody thought it was. You know, it saddens me that the people that I love and even the people that I like are walking around like a fucking zombie, going to work, coming home, dog tired, you know, just the life is sucked out of them, and I'm watching it happen. And I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I can't tell them. I can't tell them because Lonnie's crazy.
I've watched a lot of my friends be consumed by the system until the parasites drained them and they died.
You know, Charles, just because we speak of these things, that doesn't make us an expert. We, and I speak for all of us, we all still have trouble, man. You know, we're not perfect. I mean, just because we know what the hell's happening doesn't mean we have the answers, but at least we're trying to do something, you know. And the first thing is educating ourselves. You know what I mean? Speaking to like-minded people. That's why I don't. Once people start getting at it back and forth on these channels, man, I won't even go to them. I'm done, because there's nothing to fucking argue about, man.
Well, you can argue about anything, right? But that's in the word argue. I mean, it's like,
but it's
just
not
like,
productive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, so what if you think I'm wrong and you're right? Let's agree to disagree. Okay, so let's just right out the gate, let's agree to that.
Yeah.
But let's be open-minded. That's all I ask. Be open-minded.
Dude,
Hear me out. I'll hear you out.
I hear you say that, and it's such a simple thing to say, and such a small sentence to say, but in this world, it's bigger than life. You know, it's like
it is life.
Yeah. I'm with you, but you know, it's like you say like it's such a small thing, but in this world, it's like more. It's like
no, I know how big it is, bro.
The thing that
I'm saying how simple it is.
The thing that you just expressed there is so common ground, actually. But in this world today, it's almost inconceivable.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And it's so simple. And it's so simple, actually.
I have a bone to pick.
Well,
real quick.
Go for it.
I got a bone to pick with this people. Nate's alleged pure organic honey unfiltered. It's cocky poopy. Because if it says in the ingredients, it says ingredients organic honey. Okay, that's fine. Well, how dare they say it's unfiltered, because it's not. Unfiltered honey still has pieces of the fucking hive in there. Any person with common sense would realize that, and I caught on to it. I'm like, that ain't unfiltered, because unfiltered still has. I've seen unfiltered honey, and this stuff's from Texas. Nature's Honey. I should have went to Berlin, Connecticut, and this guy has a hive over there, and he has natural honey that still has pieces of the frickin' I don't know what to call it, but
beehive.
Yeah, because honey, people say you get all these vegans that say, "Oh, honey is bee puke." They regurgitate the plant's pollen and all this nonsense. Honey is very good for the body. All that is stuff from a plant, which plants are good for you. So I don't get how vegans don't use honey. It's like, it's plants, insects. Bees are very intelligent, and hey, they don't have to eat honey. I do.
I don't know if they're intelligent. I mean, once upon a time, I introduced a IQ test to several of these bees, and it just wouldn't do it. And I said, come on, guys, it's just a simple IQ test. We know you're smart guys, and they just wouldn't do it, dude. So, you know, I'm inconclusive about that. I don't know if they're smart. They just didn't want to do the IQ test. So,
tell them that bees are smart. Bees.
Yeah. Yeah, and the magnetism here has changed so much that it's destroyed their frequency. That's what's wrong
Yeah.
with bees.
We got to save the bees, because without bees, you ain't gonna have a garden. You ain't gonna have a lot of things, you know. Bees are important.
Without bees, you will never have any seas. Or D's, you know. I mean,
You won't have any beeswax. All food ain't organic. I might disagree a little bit with that. Or maybe it starts off organic. But who are we voting for 2024?
You miss your calling as a comedian.
I'm voting for myself for president. I'm gonna run for president. Fuck it.
You got my vote.
No,
you got my vote.
No, dude, you never voted, and now you're gonna vote because this acquaintance of yours and mine is gonna be running for president. I don't think so. You know, it's still a president, even if it's Chucky. It's still.
I'll do real change.
You're right.
They'll assassinate Chucky fast, boy.
You have to give me some government contracts, and I'll definitely.
Dude, that's what they all say, Chucky. They all say the same thing, dude. You're gonna bring us real change, Chucky. Yeah.
Try.
But with a deeper voice, I'm gonna give it to you. Like with a deeper voice, is it gonna be real change?
Oh man, I would presidents really don't have the power people think, because if the presidents had the power, they could change laws without it going through the court system, right? So how the fuck are they these Mr. Powerful everything if you have to go? The Supreme Court's more powerful than the president.
How is it even that the president is so powerful? And like a few years back, when Trump was president, he got booted from Twitter. I mean, what the fuck? How did that happen?
That's true.
How did that happen? That was too funny. And it just went by like nobody noticed. Like, oh, but he was the most powerful man in the world.
Right.
The banks got more power than that clown. The banks got more power than him.
The president is power. He's not a man. The man is a different. Yeah, a presidency is power. So the man sitting in the presidency has that power, and then what he does with it is a reflection of the man.
Wow, that's Be What Is has got some good content there.
It would be a fun reality show if everybody could be ruler of their world for a day, and then it shows what they do with it.
No.
Yeah. I gotta end this live in like 10 minutes. 2 hours flies when you're building.
Yeah.
Building.
Salute to you, Chuck, Lonnie, Boy. Good talking to you. Everybody in the chat. Much love to you guys. Peace be upon you. I'm gonna jump down.
Hey, B, what? Did you check out the back chat? And I sent my info.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll shoot you a text.
Oh. What's up, boy? What time is it over there? It's got to be almost nighttime for you. 11, 12, 1, 2,
17.
That's 5:17. No, Europe.
Europe? I know there's a lot of Canadians that we're in contact with. Not so many people I'm in contact with from Europe, but I'm glad I am.
Shout out to OTW. OTW is live for those that want to join the chat. Chris dropped the link, man. That's a good place to go and chill.
Yeah, I'll go check that out. Never been there actually.
Yeah, OTW is cool.
You going there, Chuck?
I got a bunch of shit I gotta do.
Look at them videos I sent you, man.
Yeah, I might use one of them for a live stream later. I'm gonna go live.
Yeah.
Well, what time you going live, Christos? I forgot. I put a reminder on for that.
Hey, Lonnie.
Yeah,
Lonnie. Hey,
Yeah.
Lonnie, put your channel in the private chat, please. Your channel link, so I can check.
Yeah, you should start going live too, Lonnie. Shit.
I've never done a live. I've been on panels and stuff, but I thought about doing it, but I'd need like a co-host or something, you know.
Yeah, but okay.
I would have come by.
But you do have a channel, though, right?
Yeah. It's here and back.
Let me make sure I'm sub to it. What was I gonna say, man? See, I forgot what I was fucking saying.
You think I'm gonna find it? If I put it in YouTube, you think I'm gonna find it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Just here and back, shouldn't he?
Okay. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
It's all one
It
word.
ain't gonna come up.
Really? Can you share it with him, Chuck?
I don't even know if I'm subbed. I think I am.
You know, I've been
Why
asked
you don't
before.
not?
Was
You
going
don't know
to do
how to
some
drop?
live stuff.
Let me see. You don't know how to drop the link?
No, I don't know how to do none of that stuff. I just started doing this with Phil. For those of you who know Phil McReal, the White Shadow, Amongst Us Are Predators.
Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Try to get those numbers for me, Lonnie, for Phil.
Well, I don't have to try. I can just get them. I'll find time to do it today.
Just type into YouTube. How do I put out a link? Just type it in YouTube. It will show you how to do it.
Yeah, I can't do it while I'm here right now, but
no, I'm not.
I've got a laptop and stuff. I mean, so I'm just not real. Right, I'm not. Everything's pretty much user friendly.
Yeah, by now it is. I mean, it's not the 90s anymore. It's like
right. Yeah. I'm not my mother. Although I am 51 years young,
That's young. Compared to me, compared to this old bag of dirt.
Yeah, 51 going on 20. No, actually, man, I feel pretty good for the age my vessel is. I truly should be in pretty bad shape, but I'm not. And I would say luck would have it, but it's not luck. It's design. I've been fortunate enough to have certain genetics, and I'm pretty lucky. But yeah. Charles, drop those links for me. I'm gonna go check out. Who'd you say?
Yeah, you gotta drop something in the chat in order for me to do that. I can't find it in my subscription, so I got hundreds of people in my subscription. Just drop something in the chat, and I'll put the link out.
Okay. All right.
That's pretty much how it works.
I'll do that now. I got to take this phone call real quick.
He's fucking
Hello.
He's fucking with us. He's fucking. Like all of a sudden, there's a phone call. Oh, I couldn't put out my channel there. Oh, you can never find me. He's, dude. This guy is fucking with us.
Yeah, OTW. I appreciate that. I gotta thank him. I can't wait to get to 1,000 subscriptions, man, and then I'm content. 1,000 people is a lot of people. People think, oh, your channel's small. It's only got you ever see 1,000 people in a room? Most rooms you can't even fit 1,000 people.
Dude, it makes a even you are an artist, right? I'm an artist. We're not afraid to go on stage, but then again, when we go on stage,
I am.
Yeah, but then again, you did, right? And so you know what it is. And when there's 1,000 people, you know, it's like daunting. It's like what? It's like I've only been in crowds of like 20 or maybe 50 or 100 people, and then there's 1,000 people or 200 people, dude. It's daunting. That's daunting.
Introducing boy, and the whole crowd's like, everyone's looking at you. Yeah, you got to go out there and sing or something. Oh man, me, I get tensed up because I'm afraid of rejection. You know, if I got to go and rhyme on the stage, I'm afraid, because I'm a white person rhyming, which there's tons of them now. But when I first started rhyming in '93, I had stage fright. I was afraid of rejection. Like I would go up there and get booed.
Boo.
Now we got this honey's good. The JEWs ruling everything.
You know, these people are good people. It's good people, dude. They're chosen. They're the chosen people.
They've even come out and said that that's a crock of shit, that they lied and they made people believe that they were the chosen, and they're bold, man. Those motherfuckers got some balls, boy.
No, they don't.
Oh, that's right. They got circumcised. Oh, they don't get circumcised. Oh no, they do get circumcised, and maybe they got neutered. Maybe they get neutered too.
Yeah, I mean, they is group thinkers, dude. They is group thinkers. Group thinkers, per definition, don't have balls. Okay, that's how you become a group thinker. Okay, let's just get that clear. Okay, that's just not how it works. You don't group up. You don't team up with all the losers that you can find in the world. And there's a lot of losers in the world. So there might be more losers than winners in the world. And so, oh no, I've got the biggest army in the world. Let's try me, try you. Let's do it. I mean, let's just fucking do it. I'm up for it.
Man, I'm writing this rhyme.
These people, they are without any morality. They are beyond shame. So there's nothing to win. There's nothing to lose for them.
Well,
they have no morals. No morals.
That's why I'm going at them in my rhyme. Nobody's safe. And I already, man.
But they think that having no morals, saves them, makes them the winner. Yeah, only for so long. Only for so short.
Right.
Yeah.
The only thing they're winning at, they're only fooling themselves. So yeah, they might be winning all by themselves. If we could just get control of some food, I think that's like the major thing needed to withstand, is to be able to eat. And then the second would be weaponry. And then after that,
the mind.
Pretty much good to go. The mind too. Yeah, you can't be insane.
They pretty much conquered the mind, the general mind, not so much my mind or the mind in general.
Yeah, that's why they're called the government. They don't govern my mental.
Exactly. Yeah. They're not hiding it.
I unplugged from the system and then shot the plug up their wazoo. Excuse me?
Pardon.
Everyone needs a healthy dose of shame to keep them in check. That's what Anna Kay says.
That's what I
In
said.
my opinion.
These people that we talk of are beyond shame. These people have no shame or integrity. And that's yeah, we know that we don't have any integrity. That's why we rule you, motherfuckers. That's how they go about it. That's how they go about it.
That's crazy.
And still we didn't, and still the other people didn't put a knife to their neck.
They should put it to their throat or their wrist.
A bit deeper than that, I think. You know?
Or their Achilles tendon. Man, that's how they took the Giants down. They would slice the back of their foot and it would flop around like a floppy disk.
It looks like they. It looks like
so
they.
Chuck, so I flipped over to my channel and it says at here and back. So what do I put it? How do I do it? I did upload those 2 videos I took last night.
In the chat. Just type something in the chat and I'll put the link out.
Okay.
So, but I heard here and back instead of at here and back. So that might be a difference.
Yeah, that's what it says at here and back. So I'm gonna go back to it and look again. So I just typed on where it says you.
Just type anything in the chat.
It says it's just a capital HEREANDBACK, and then below that, it says at here and back.
Just type something in the chat. I'll show you how to do it.
All right.
It'll take a second.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to leave.
I gotta thank OTW, man. He looks out. He's one of the few people that look out in that way, man, that he doesn't have to do what he does. I appreciate it. No, not in the private chat, in the chat in the chat in the live stream.
Okay, well, it might kick me out. If it kicks me out, I'll come right back. All right, here we go. I'm gonna push join chat. Join chat. Okay, if you're joining.
All you got to do is hit more in the StreamYard. Hit more and then put post comment. Not private chat, but post comment, and that's the chat. You don't have to exit out. You didn't know that? Yeah, you don't have to. Peace, Dean. You don't have to leave StreamYard. You could just put more, and then go to post comment, and then you can type in the chat that way.
I got you. Okay, so. More, okay. Comments.
At least it's sunny out today. Hopefully it's a little warmer out.
Well, I had to give all kinds of permissions. All right.
41 degrees out. Man, Jesus could have been back already. If Jesus returns, he's going to have a problem. Jesus Christ stole your wife.
There.
All right.
All right, I gotta go, guys. My girlfriend's here to pick me up. I gotta run and do some stuff in town. Not that I'm not in town, but too far for me to walk. Which I think I want to do a stream, man. So if anybody wants to jump up with me, help me out.
Here.
That'd be awesome.
There's your link. It's in the chat right now. This is the link to Lonnie's channel, and I just subbed to it.
I just posted 2 videos I took last night of these crap flying over my house. I've been laying back on that type of shit, and because I try not to pay it any attention. But
you sent me the video?
Yeah, I sent them to you too.
I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna add it to my. I think I'm working on all these different sightings, and I downloaded some videos from YouTube, and I'm gonna make a collage of sightings. I wish people would send me more videos like that of people seeing stuff. I would make.
I get them in the daytime too, and they look like jumbo jet airliners, man, passenger planes or FedEx.
Send me stuff.
But they're not, and their engines have a different sound to them. Singh says they're not what they appear to be at all. He has the same thing. He has the same shit happening to him too. So when I want to speak to him, he knows exactly where I'm coming from and what I'm talking about without me even, showing him. He's like, I already know what it is. But these planes do maneuvers that no plane that the size of what I'm seeing should be able to do. And a lot of these are a majority. A lot of them are holographic, and some of them I can't even get on film or camera, whatever.
Yeah, I've seen in the sky. Just to say real quick that I've seen stuff being sprayed in the sky, but you can't even see what's spraying. It's just the lines coming out, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it's high up too. They go real high up. You need like a P900.
Right. But anyways, hey, thanks for showing me how to do that, Chuck, and Voy and everybody. I'm always happy to talk with anyone about anything. I like the exchange of information. And Dean, Kendall, you're the man. I love you, buddy, and I hope the stuff that I shared with you yesterday helped you and your wife out. Dean's a hell of a man.
He is.
And he needs all the positive energy everybody can send his way. Dean's going through it right now, guys, so he could use some positive energy. So if you could just, with your daughter of intent, think about it and send him some of that positive energy. I love you, Dean.
Yeah.
And
I'll call you in a little while, Dean.
You got that positive energy going on, Lonnie. You keep it going, dude.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Well, everybody that I try to be in contact with, and I don't get to make it to a lot of people, but they're just like I am. They just want to have a better experience in this game of life. But let's build, man. Let's keep the building going on. London McLovin, I like a lot of what he talks about too. Shout out to London. I don't get to link up with you as much as I like, but hopefully soon we can link up again, man.
I'm gonna hold that against you one day. If I'm not gonna see you in one of his next 3 streams, I'm gonna hold that against you, Lonnie.
All right, boy. Hey, you guys have a
All right,
good day.
Lonnie.
And Chuck, if you go live later, I'll try to catch you. And if I go live, maybe if anybody wants to catch that, come to me, and we'll see what we get. Peace.
Peace, Lonnie.
Peace.
Peace to everyone in the chat. I'll call you in a little while, Dean. I got some things I got to do. And thank you, Void, for coming up. And thank you, B.
See you later, brother.
All right, man. Have a good evening. Peace to Dean, Anna K. Thank y'all for coming through. Lonnie, Faceplant Christos, Gabriel, Mark Basket, Sir Drop, So Ama. I know there's more people. There has to be more. Yolanda. Not No. La Young. Or is that LA Young? I think it's La Young. But yeah, peace to everyone, man. Appreciate all you. Have a great day, evening, morning, night. If you're in outer space or inner space or under the space, I'll check y'all later. Peace to the gods.